officially start. So welcome everybody. So I am Lori Kampa, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 secrets to stop craving sugar. And the best thing is, it has nothing to do with the willpower, and it's nothing about blaming yourself that it's your fault at all. These are going to be some clear steps. So please have a notebook handy. We're going to be starting now. So why did you show up today? So I'm going to show you how to make that ultimate shift from struggling with food cravings and inconsistent eating habits to gaining control and balance. So this is about embracing nourishment, our mind, our body, our souls, not depriving us of anything, and not without relying on extreme willpower. So I want you to stay with me till the very end, because I've created this new recipe book that I'm so excited about. So these are some of my very favorite recipes that are naturally sweet, but I don't feel guilty at all when I have them because none of them actually have refined sugar. Their sweetness may come from other things besides sugar that actually gives us nutrients to our body. So I hope that you enjoy tasting some of these recipes. And also stay with me till the end because there'll be an opportunity to work with me, and there's a huge discount going on right now. So you signed up for this masterclass for a reason. That's to make a big change in your life. And so please turn off any distractions, maybe your phone, maybe shut the door, wherever you're at, so you can pay attention. Again, take notes, come into the chat, comment, go into the Q&A if you have any questions, and happy to answer those. So I'm going to start right on in with tip number 1, and we have a fun little activity also for you so that you can understand how to implement some of these habits into your life today. This is an action-packed masterclass. So the first secret to stopping craving sugar, it's going to be drink more water. So you're going to learn how to conquer cravings by hydrating properly. So if you have a water next to you, cheers, and we can do a little cheers here together. So when we can crowd out unhealthy food cravings with water, we're going to help our cravings. So it's nice to know that we can add things in that are going to help with the craving so we don't feel deprived when we're limiting the sugar. So staying hydrated absolutely helps to control the cravings. So many people are chronically dehydrated, and we often mistake thirst for hunger. If I have a day that I realize, whoa, I haven't been drinking my water, I am craving things to eat, some carbs, some sugar. So really notice the difference of when you are properly hydrated and the difference that you have with your portions and with your cravings. So come into the comments and let me know, how much water do you drink a day? Do you know, do you know in ounces, or maybe it's, some 3 water bottles, whatever it is, how much water do you drink each day? So a general rule of thumb is you take your body weight, you divide by 2, and that's generally the amount of water that you want to start with. Or that's how many ounces we want to start with. Now, for my calculations, I drink probably about twice as much water than what my calculations comes with because I exercise. I go outside when it's summer and I'm sweating, right? And also I'm listening to my body of when I am dehydrated, so then I can continue to drink. So we really have to see that bio-individuality. Each person is a little bit different, but let me know, how many ounces are you drinking right now? And do you feel like it's enough? Do you feel like you're hydrating properly? Yes, so hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We have, let's see, Julia from Virginia, Karen from Lino Lakes, Jenny from Rosemont, Marcy. Oh, she said she drinks about 64 ounces a day. Hello, Ann from Eden Prairie. Gwen says she drinks 16 ounces. So, 5 16-ounce water bottles. That makes more sense. Thank you. Ann, about 64 ounces, but some days she says 32. And hi, Gwen. She's coming in from Long Beach. Yep. Hi, Sally. Okay, she's coming in from Colorado. Hello, hello. So our body naturally detoxes while we sleep. So when we wake up, one action you can do, put it on your calendar, drink a full glass of water right when you wake up, because those toxins have been, able to be displaced, to flush out, but sometimes we just don't have enough water to actually flush it out. Another thing you can do, Anytime you feel a craving coming on, you may be hungry, it might just be a craving because you haven't slept well, you've been sitting too long, you're sad, you're stressed, right? There's many different things that cause cravings. So take a glass of water anytime and notice 20 minutes later how you feel. And also it's helpful to have another glass of water before any of your snacks, any of your meals, and it helps with your portion control as well. So if you are hydrated throughout the day, you will keep your cravings at bay. Do you like the little rhyme there? So here's our little fun activity. Let's talk about how we're going to add the habit of drinking more water into your day. So as a health coach, I help people to find their inner strengths, to empower themselves, to create new behaviors. So some of the things that we might work on is tracking your habits. And everybody is different. So everybody might do something different that's on this masterclass. If you like to track your habits, I love checking things off. So if you are like me, place your tracker somewhere so you'll always see it. So you are reminded every day, that's right, I have this new goal. I see it, right? For me, it's in the kitchen. It's like right on my chalkboard. I have a tracker. But if you miss something twice in a row, that's a new habit. And that habit is that you're not actually drinking your water anymore. So you're creating a different path of your life than you are wanting to go into the path of drinking more water so you can reduce those cravings. So it gives you some good information of where you're at. So habit trackers can look in many different ways. It can be a Google spreadsheet. That's what I do. It can be a journal. It might be a water app on your phone. A lot of my clients simply like to put 4 or 5, however many rubber bands around their water bottle or whatever they're drinking out of, and they just take one rubber band off after each one so they know exactly where they are. So you may want to see what works for you and try different things and see what is the easiest for you. So when we track our habits, we're going to have that visual cue to help us remember that we're doing it. We're going to also see the areas that we can improve upon. And also, boy, it feels great when you check those boxes off and then you see a whole week of checked boxes, right? We can celebrate, we feel accomplished and confident. When we feel confident, we keep going and we make even more healthy decisions. So think about these habits, not just for water today, but for all the other secrets that we're going to be talking about. But I wanted to give you something quick at the beginning. So you're like, yeah, I can see that. That's possible. I can do that. And all big things come from small beginnings. So the seed of every habit is just this single tiny decision. It doesn't need to be this big thing. It can be just one decision. So let's get to know each other and just decide, like, why did you show up here today? So a little bit about me. I am Lori Kampa. I am a certified integrative health coach. This is my family, my guy, Mark. We love spending time in the winter in Florida. And my 2 daughters, Brooke and Shannon, who are now both in college. And I love teaching yoga. I give wellness workshops in companies, and I do wellness workshops virtually like this. And I also meet with clients one-on-one for health coaching and for group coaching. So what I really want you to know about me is that I was addicted to junk food, and my cravings controlled, my cravings controlled me. Back in 2012, I had a life-changing accident. And after 2 years of suffering with headaches and just did not feel myself, was not able to work. And after all the medical therapy, they said, I'm as good as I'm going to get. And I'm like, that's not going to work. So I went to work with a health coach. And right away after I started to eat nutrient-dense food, I felt my body healing. I just needed to give it a half of a chance. The healing was so profound that I decided I could not go back to my corporate job. I needed to go back to school to become a health coach, to spread the word that suffering is optional. And there's so much that we can do to heal ourselves. So now I've guided hundreds of people on their health journeys, and I see powerful transformations. And I know it's possible for you too. If I can go from addicted to Diet Coke and Pop-Tarts and frozen pizza, you absolutely can do it as well. So imagine what it would feel like to reach the health goals you've always wanted for yourself. So imagine, what is that goal? Is it losing weight? Is it more energy? Is it just having more clarity in your mind? But imagine what that would feel like and what a difference it would make in your life, maybe 6 months from now, 5 years from now, even 20 years from now. So I want to show you that you can make major shifts in your health that help you to lose any excess weight, to gain a lot of energy, and just feel better in your body, mind, body, and soul, while not having to count calories, with not having to weigh your food or feel overwhelmed in the process. For many of you, you might just need to have a better understanding of how to stop the unhealthy food cravings, and I'm going to show you how to figure it all out. So we talked about the secret number one to stopping those sugar cravings, and that's to hydrate properly, right? To really drink enough water to crowd out those cravings. And so secret number two is to combat these cravings with movement. And this can be how we can stop the snacking without feeling hungry. So evidence suggests that following exercise, our hormones that are released reduce hunger and food intake. Exercise boosts mood and self-esteem, which then also motivates us to eat well. Most of us are just sitting way too long because we have office jobs and we are not made to sit all day long. So we need to get out and move throughout the day. So come into the chat room and let me know, what is that exercise that lights your soul on fire, right? What is something that you love to do? Maybe it's hiking in the woods. Maybe it's yoga, pickleball. What's something that is your favorite way to move your body? So let me know in the chat and I'll come and look at those in a little bit. So sitting for prolonged periods of time has been called the new smoking due to increased health risks. So we all knew back in the day that smoking was bad, but people did it anyway, including myself. That's how much of a change I've made in my life. But now today we all hear that sitting is not doing well. We're waking up in the morning, driving to our office, then we sit in the office, then we come home and we sit and we watch TV, right? So sitting for too long is now linked to increased health risks, and we need to move our body throughout the day. And these cravings are directly linked to sitting for too long. If you are having cravings for sugar or alcohol, those are typically signs that you may need to get moving. I'm sure all of you can relate to having a craving for something like sugar and you are not actually hungry, right? You just are like, oh, I've been at my computer for way too long. So movement throughout the day can help, even if the moves are minor. You can take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, walk around your block, come back, whatever you need to do. You can squeeze in some extra activity during the day. You just need to think about it differently. One of my clients, we just spoke yesterday, and she said now she lives in a condo and she always just takes the stairs now to her place. She said, I don't even think about it anymore. I used to only take the elevator and I would get mad when it was broken. And now I love having that little extra burst of movement throughout my day. So do any type of physical activity and really try to find movement that you enjoy, which might mean trying a lot of different things. So not only will your muscles thank you for it, but it will improve your circulation and make you less tired. So there are some things you can do. So write down, if you want to move more, what's going to work best for you. Do you want to set a timer or mark your calendar to remind yourself to move? That might be every 90 minutes. Can you do walking meetings if you're working? Can you take the stairs? Maybe you have just a one-song dance party. So you can take online classes. You can use a stand-up desk, kitchen counter. I actually put a board on my treadmill and put my computer on there. So if I'm doing a Zoom meeting, if I'm not doing a lot of the talking, I just get on and I walk throughout that meeting. Maybe you park in the farthest spot. I do this, and guess what? When I park in the first spot I see, I actually get in sooner than other people that are trying to get into a closer spot. And also to stretch before bed. Yeah, so Gwen is saying, she said, yeah, she loves yoga, Tai Chi, race walking, dance fit, Wait 6 days a week. Gwen, you're doing awesome. Sherry, walking, yoga, hiking, Pilates. Yeah, Sherry does a lot of my yoga classes. Karen says she loves pickleball. Marcy, bar classes, walking dogs, riding bikes, hiking. Yeah, and walking the dogs, Pilates. Yeah, there's a lot more comments here, but it all gives you a lot of different ideas for what you can do, right? If there's something that you're like, oh, I've never done that before, maybe I should give that a try. So jump into the comments with a big YES. If you see how powerful it is to focus on just these little bits of movement throughout the day to crowd out your cravings. So just let me know in the comments if you're like, yeah, that does make sense. When I'm sitting for too long, I am craving more food and I might not even be hungry. I'm just bored or I haven't moved my bodies. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of yeses in the comments, so it does make sense. So number one, we talked about crowding out our cravings with hydrating properly with water. Number two, we talked about the secret of crowding out our cravings by having movement throughout the day. Now, number three is a big one. The third secret is understanding why we crave sweets and how to stop, and how society is not really in our best interest with everything around us with how to eat. So I want you to come into the comments. Do you know what makes 70% of Americans sick and overweight today? What do you think it is that makes the Americans sick and overweight? Yeah, so I'm seeing some answers right now. Yeah, it's not fat, it is sugar. It is sugar. If you see something that says fat-free, make sure to read those labels. So American adults right now are consuming on the average about 77 grams of sugar a day. That's 3 times the recommended amount. Now, kids are even higher, and that's why 1 in 4 are pre-diabetic or already have type 2 diabetes. So we need to change what our society is giving us and make our own decisions. Sugar is biologically addictive. It is not your fault. This is how our brain is made. Over time, our tolerance for sweet and salty foods builds up, and we need more to reward ourselves. We're basically feeding our taste buds. Sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine, right? So this creates this vicious cycle because your taste buds typically crave what you just feed them, right? So if you have sugar, you're going to want more sugar, and we're going to want more over time. So the American Heart Association recommends that men consume no more than 9 teaspoons, which is 36 grams of added sugar per day, and women should consume no more than 6 teaspoons, about 25 grams per day. But look at this Fanta soda. So this has 75 grams, almost 19 teaspoons just in this one soda. So if you are at a restaurant and you just nonchalantly order a Coke or something to go with it, really think about all the sugar that's in these coffee drinks and all the beverages that are out there today. So sugar addiction, it's not an emotional eating disorder. Sugar, and I have to add a little flour because that really, those two together really do a number on your blood sugar level. Hijacks your taste buds, your brain chemistry, your hormones, and your metabolism. But the good news is that it only takes 10 days to detox from sugar and to take back your health. So the key is to consume powerful addiction reversing foods that rewire and reset your brain and your body. It's a total body reboot. And again, it's possible in only 10 days. So we can manage our cravings so we're free to make our own choices about what we eat. So we also want to make a couple decisions today, right? And the first thing is you just have to say, I'm making a decision to break the sugar habit. You have to take action to actually go about doing this for 10 days and know exactly what foods to put in to help to conquer that sugar habit. So make a decision today. I'm sick of this. I know I want something different, and you can definitely get that. So we want to limit our sugar. So maybe for today, instead of having a Snickers bar, you get some 75% dark chocolate, right? So there's some options, or maybe some of those recipes that I'm going to be giving you later on that are naturally sweet recipes. So they taste great, but they actually have nutrients in it. So we also want to be educated and be a label reader. We vote with our dollars when we're at the grocery store. The grocery stores are going to keep bringing food in that we are buying. So if you see something that has a lot of sugar in it, put it back down. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but we need to look at those ingredients. And sugar has about 250 names. So when they say, manufacturer says, I don't want sugar as the first ingredient, they'll put in 4 different types of sweeteners so that you can get a little bit mixed up, right? And that's how they do the marketing. We want to also avoid all artificial sugar. So this wreaks havoc on our brain. You know, Splenda was created by a pesticide company. They came up with something super sweet and they decided to sell this chemical to food companies. So yes, it's 0 calories, but what it's doing to our brains is not healthy. And also it makes us crave sweeter food. So that's why people who drink diet soda, research says they actually gain more weight. So the last thing is to really look to find that sneaky sugar. So when we're reading those labels, really to look to see, like if you're buying pasta sauce, we definitely can find pasta sauce that has sugar in it and pasta sauce that doesn't have any sugar in it. And to me, they taste about the same with like peanut butter and almond butter, some of the jams, right? A lot of these things you can find without any sugar at all. And then we have some of the obvious things, right? Like soda and a lot of sweet treats. And we can be more educated about other things to buy instead. So taking control of your cravings and finding that freedom, right? It's not about deprivation. It's about the freedom to eat these good foods. So taking control of your cravings and finding freedom in what you eat is the secret to living a healthy life without willpower or without dieting or making yourself feel bad. So we've talked about 3 secrets already to craving, kicking the sugar habit. So the secret number 4 to curbing the sugar cravings is just to focus on eating whole foods. And when we just focus on eating whole foods, we're able to heal our body and curb cravings. And that's where we begin to have a sustainable habit. There is no, I do not promote yo-yo dieting at all. What I believe in is focusing on nutrient-dense food and eating that maybe 80 to 90% of the time. So when it comes to staying healthy, one of the best things you can do is just to focus on whole, real foods. So when we focus on nutrient-dense food to prevent cravings for healthy, it prevents the healthy junk food cravings. So when you're at the store, right, when you're just getting broccoli or you're just getting a chicken breast, right, you're just getting that only, not anything else. When we're buying something that has something that's processed, we really have to continue to look at those labels. And some things might be minimally processed. So when looking at a meal or a snack, I always think of the trifecta of I need a fat in that, I need a fiber, and I need a protein. So I love this picture of this protein bowl. I make these a lot. I also recommend these a lot to my clients where everybody in the family kind of makes their own bowl so everybody is happy. So we want to avoid or limit these sweetened coffee drinks, candies, cookies, and most desserts because some of these cravings, again, they come from foods that we've just recently eaten. So I want to know in the chat room, when you have had, a sugary dessert, maybe it was, you had it for a dessert or you just had it in the afternoon, what were your cravings like after that? So what I noticed for myself and my clients say is, yeah, when they have a little bit of something, they want even more, right? So how can you satisfy that sweetness with naturally sweet food? Yeah, people are definitely saying, they definitely are having more cravings when you already eat something that's sugary, right? We just know that that's what happens after one sip or one bite, our body just wants more. And so when you consistently keep your blood sugar levels just within the optimal range by eating just whole foods, You're going to have fewer cravings, more energy, and the nice side effect is just less body fat. So remember, biology trumps willpower. None of this is your fault. Our society is telling us that we deserve a break today, but no, we deserve a lot more than going to get fast food and junk food. So we deserve to have the best life, a vibrant life, right? So biology trumps willpower. When your body is depleted of energy, it's gonna override the brain's desire, that willpower, to eat less. So willpower is not a strategy. We need to have actions in place so you can be successful. So when you're reading those labels, if you see sugar in the first few ingredients, or if there's 4 grams of sugar or more, I would just avoid it or limit it. And of course, when you see those artificial sweeteners, avoid that. So nearly 70% of our added sugar comes from processed foods, such as bread, salad dressings, peanut butter, pasta sauce. So we really want to limit the processed foods sold in a package and focus on just the real nutrient-dense food. So the bottom line is we are craving more because our body is starving. And you might be seeing somebody that's overweight and you're like, how are they starving? It's because they're starving for vitamins and minerals, right? We're eating a lot of faux food. So we need to focus on adding 1 to 2 servings of vegetables at each meal. So vegetables absolutely crowd out your cravings for unhealthy foods just like that. So, right, we're adding in that water, we're adding in also vegetables to help crowd that out. So I love adding things to my diet instead of taking it away. So vegetables are just so high in vitamins and minerals, and we can eat a lot of them without gaining a lot of weight. And once you start adding these foods to your diet, your body will naturally begin to crave them. So if you're saying, I don't like vegetables, just wait. You are going to reset. When you do a sugar detox for 10 days, you reset and your taste buds are completely different. So jump into the comments right now with a big yes if you see how powerful it is to focus on nutrient-dense foods to crowd out your cravings. So let me know with a big yes if this makes sense to you. I mean, are you guys getting this? That when we focus on nutrient-dense food, yeah, and Karen saying yes, Marcy, yes, Adula, yes, yes. Oh, I see, yes, Anne saying absolutely, Jennifer, yes, Rosa, yes, yes, yes. I love it. So we've talked about 4 secrets to curbing that sugar train, right? Secret number 5 is how to set up an action plan that works for you. So when we talked about the water, we talked about really bringing in maybe a habit tracker, having it in a checklist or an app or rubber bands. There's all these different things. But when we are cutting sugar completely out of, to reset and reboot, there needs to be a plan. So you need to have a plan for what you will eat, when you're going to move your body so that you can keep on track. So when you can do this the day before and go, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. This is what I'm going to be eating. When the decision has already been made, it's easier to follow your plan. And also you want to know when things don't go your way or you forget to plan, just know where to get healthy, quick meals. And sometimes that might just be going to the grocery store. And a lot of grocery stores have salad bars or maybe a deli counter or a nearby healthy restaurant to get a bowl. So always have something in your back pocket. So I want to hear from you all in the chat. What is one thing that you learned from today that you will put into action? So maybe for you, it's adding more water to your diet. Maybe for you, it's adding more movement throughout your day. Maybe you're going to just be more educated about, okay, I need to come up with a plan. Sugar is addictive, but it's not my fault. I can do this with the 10 days of whole foods eating to help that. Maybe you just focus on that whole foods and you read labels, you get educated. Maybe you write down your plan every day. So let me know in the chat. Yeah, so Anne is saying, I need a plan and be more aware of sugar. Yes. And Gwen saying, adding more veggie snacks ready to go. Yes, it's always nice when you have easy things to grab when you do get hungry. Yeah, plan ahead, more veggies. Yeah, drinking more water. Yes, moving throughout the day, setting timers for every 90 minutes. Yeah, those are all wonderful things that you are saying, and I applaud you. So to help you move forward with your goals to achieve success, you may want to reach out to somebody for additional support. So that could be a friend, that can be a colleague, or maybe you reach out to a health coach, somebody who can support you on your goals and help you to identify some of those strengths that are within you that maybe you've forgotten about, so you know how to empower yourself and have a plan. So I want to ask you a question. So would you like me to help you to stop these sugar cravings as quickly as possible? So would you like some help to make this happen? Okay, I'm seeing some yeses in the chat. Absolutely. So I want you to put in the chat either option 1 or option 2. So option 1, because there's a decision right now, right? You could do this on your own, try to get healthy, but you might be in the same place like as this next year, or it might even get worse. So listen to yourself about how you have done in the past. Option 2, you're like, I'm doing it. I'm sick of this. I'm sick and tired. You can 100% commit to crowding out your cravings with a proven plan with a guided expert. So just put in the chat option 1s or option 2. Yeah, Gwen saying number 2, Jennifer number 2, Rosa number 2. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of number 2s here. That sounds great. So for all of you that want to 100% commit to crowding out with a plan, I invite you to join the 2023 Fall Whole Foods Cleanse. This is an easy program that is with group health coaching to help you feel better, lose weight, and have more energy. And you're not going to go hungry. And it's with all real nutrient-dense food. So Shelly is a past participant. She said, I've lost weight, I've reset my taste buds, and my skin is healthier looking. I am most surprised that I enjoy eating this way and don't miss eating junk. You'll be amazed at how strong you are and how good you will feel after you quit sugar. Rebecca says, I lost 10 pounds, less bloating, more energy, and less joint pain. I was so surprised by how much better my body felt just after a few days. So by the end of this Whole Foods Cleanse program, you all can expect to know that you have cleaned up your diet because you focused on eating healthy, tasting foods, and we have a lot of recipes with whole grains, lean proteins, and lots of cleansing vegetables. You can also expect to kick that sugar habit and get back on track. Remember that reboot? Get back on track with your eating habits in a way that won't leave you feeling hungry or deprived, but empowered to continue to eat healthy. That's the thing, it's sustainable, right? You also can expect to, at the end of the program, discover the power of detoxification for weight loss, increased energy, your skin issues clearing up, more mental clarity, and so many more. You can also expect to learn about your own food sensitivities during the reintroduction optional stage of the cleanse. So Karen had such a powerful story. When she first started the cleanse, she could barely walk. She was using a cane or a wheelchair to get around. She was in so much pain, she was at the end of the rope. She was actually praying for some solution for this, and one of her friends recommended My Whole Foods Cleanse. On day 4 of her cleanse, her life turned around. She could walk without a cane. Her pain went from a level 9 to a 3, and she already lost 3 pounds. By day 10, she felt like a new person. At the end of the program, the 10 days, she lost 14 pounds. She said she was looking for this type of program for years and highly recommends it to anyone else to try. She went into her therapy appointments, walking in, and all of her therapists were just amazed. Like, what are you doing? She said, I healed my body with nutrient-dense food, and I kicked the sugar habit. And sugar and flour or gluten and dairy, they're all the 3 top inflammatory foods. And she was having too much inflammation in her body and was able to heal herself. So Sarah says, I highly recommend the Whole Foods Cleanse program because it made a huge impact in my life. It opened my eyes to the world of healthier eating and being more mindful of how I approach eating and to take better care of my whole self. It's not about just eating. The program is motivating, informative, truly easy to follow. The food is not difficult to prepare, and it really does taste amazing. My energy has increased and I lost 5 pounds. So what you get in the program is you get a complete training system. And when you sign up today, you get everything right away. So you're going to get all these bonus guides. You'll get 80 recipes with no gluten or dairy or sugar. You get a lot of journaling to deepen your cleanse, 4 weeks of support from me in a private Facebook group. We're going to have 3 live group coaching calls so you can go deeper. We also have a private coaching call just for you after the cleanse so we can talk about any roadblocks that you may have encountered going back. And then there's a guided reintroduction to discover food sensitivities. So if you want, on day 11, we add in gluten and we add in things one at a time so you can see, am I gluten sensitive? Am I dairy sensitive? Am I corn sensitive? What are the things that your unique body needs? So all of this has a total value of $795, but of course, you are not going to be paying that. I want to make it so that it's accessible to everybody to be a part of. So the whole program that you're going to be getting is $247. So you can get a discount today because I have an early bird discount. So at the beginning, I said, stay on with me at the end. There's a $50 discount. So sign up today so you can get that discount. And if you're ready to get started, go to mindfulhealthwithlori.com/program. And then again, you'll get that program right away to get started. So we're going to be kicking off on the cleanse on September 25th. But you can pick your own dates and everybody gets a 14-day money back guarantee. And the reason why I do it risk-free is because I believe in this program that if you follow the protocols and if you don't find it happens for you, send me an email within 14 days and I will refund your money. I've never refunded anyone because nobody's ever asked, because everyone gets results and I believe in this program so much. So there's absolutely no risk at all. So come into the program. So when you go to the website, the mindfulhealthwithlori.com/program, you're going to see the website and you can get some more information on here. And then you can go right in today if you like, the welcome video, the handbook, all the different training videos, so you know exactly what to do. You're going to be invited into a highly supportive private Facebook group, so you can get unstuck in a matter of minutes. And this is a very non-judgmental space to overcome cravings and to ask questions. And then the 3 small group live coaching, just know that you are not going to be lost in a crowd. Our cleanses are limited to 50 people. So we will get to know each other well and will help with your questions to get unstuck and to help with accountability. So here's another cleanse participant. She said she lost weight, she had better focus, less bloating, better sleep. She doesn't crave sugar or salty items before bed anymore, and she had more frequent BMs. The group cleanses are so much more fun. You'll learn more, and it's more accountable. Lori's format was super engaging, yet allows you to engage at your own pace or at your schedule allows, and providing great education along the way. And then Kristen says, I highly recommend it because you actually get to eat. I was never hungry. And it was a great reset so I can see how I could feel eating clean. A lot of people say, I didn't know I could feel so great until you actually experience it. I was able to kick my sugar habit and snack habits, and I can't tell you how great it feels to be back in control of my food. I've lost weight and the brain fog is gone. So here is your show up live bonus. So thank you for staying with me. So here is your naturally sweet, no guilt recipes. So do a screenshot here and you can go to lorikampa.biz/recipes to download your free recipes. So lorikampa.biz/recipes. Again, you can screenshot this and then download it afterwards. And I'm not extra special or anything. I just have a proven roadmap that I follow in my life and with my health coaching clients. And I absolutely know if I can do it, you can do it too. This program has everything that you need to be successful at quitting sugar, and it's making a huge difference in your life and in your health. And you're going to get all the materials, the recipes, the handouts, the coaching calls, the online virtual community, plus tons of love and support from me, again, for $247, or if you sign up now, you can save $50. So you can go right on in and click on the $197 to get that early bird discount. And I will be starting the Q&A in a little bit, and I do have some of my questions that I got asked last night in here as well. So if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A area. And if you have, doubts, you're like, I want to do this, but we can figure that out. Dari said she bought a pair of jeans that have never fit her, and on day 10 of the cleanse, she was wearing them, and they were also zipped and buttoned, and she could breathe. Right? We all have, I think, that pair of jeans. So I get the question, what kind of benefits can I expect from doing this? So increased energy, better digestion, clearer, brighter complexion, clarity of mind, deeper sleep, weight loss, discover your own food sensitivities, increase sex drive, kick those unhealthy cravings, become less dependent on certain foods, and so many more, reset those taste buds, and just learn more about you. So what are the Whole Food Cleanse guidelines? So we're going to focus on nutrient-dense food, and we're going to avoid the inflammatory foods like gluten and corn and dairy, sugar, those types of foods. And it's nice and easy because you have so many recipes to choose from. And it's as simple as this. Every day you have a checklist. Did I drink lots of water? Was I more conscious about moving throughout the day? Was I more mindful about my eating habits? Did I practice gratitude, stick to the meal guidelines, and did I go to bed early? So, and for some of you, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, do I have enough bandwidth? Am I too busy for this program? I created this for the busy person. So the program is quick and easy, but it absolutely, I guarantee, will make a difference in your life. And many families have eaten the food that you just make. And it's nice because the moms say, I feel so great about having these new recipes in my rotation. Plus, I give you lots of done-for-you materials to make the cleanse. It's as easy as possible for you. So here's another testimonial from Burdette. She said she signed up because she wasn't feeling well and her eating was off track. The program was so much easier than she thought. I love the recipes, the journaling component, the Facebook group, and the bonus materials. In the end, I felt better, slept better, and have reduced bloating. I recommend the Whole Foods Cleanse to others. So what are the dates of the cleanse? So it's going to be September 25th to October 4th. I always have people who go some different dates. I already have 2 people that are doing a little bit different dates than this, and that's A-okay. But you're going to get all of the information. You're going to get all of the cleanses, the group calls, and everything. So with going through, we're going to do the prep phase first, and that's just watching the video so you know exactly what's in the cleanse, what's not, and then we cleanse for 10 days, and that's just eating whole food. So it's not about juicing or depriving ourselves. Then we have the optional transition reintroduction phase if you want to find out if certain foods, how they react to you. So if you're ready to get started today, and why not, if you've been waiting for a sign, this is your chance for the reboot, and I invite you to work with me because I've seen so many transformations in people's lives just from this 1 month together. So go to mindfulhealthwithlori.com/program, and again, you can get started today for just $197. So we're going to start with some live Q&A. I know I just answered a bunch of questions. There may not be any. Let's just see if there's any questions here. Oh, can I repeat the recipe website again? Yes. So it's lorikampa.biz, and then it's /recipes. And I'm actually going to put it in the chat so that you can just see it here. And there you go. So now you can just click on that. Yes, I want to hear how you like the recipes. All the recipes that you're getting, the sweet treats, they're all approved for the cleanse. So yes, you can have the chocolate chia seed, you can have the cookies, you can have all of those recipes. Those are approved for the cleanse. So if you have any questions that come up, please contact me directly. Otherwise, I look forward to supporting you in the cleanse. And thank you so much for being with me today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.